G'day everyone and welcome back to NS2HD. This is a commentary video of one of the Build 160 playtests that Unknown Worlds conducted internally as it works towards releasing Build 160 sometime over the next week or whenever they're going to release it. I don't know. I don't know these things, so no point in asking me, but it's very exciting because I got to play in the internal playtest and I'm getting to show you some of the really exciting gameplay that you can look out for in the next few days. That's what I expected. I don't think it's going to take much longer because I know that Unknown Worlds was squashing every bug they found during this playtest very quickly and brutally. I wouldn't want to be a bug because you get cut into little pieces and then strung up on their walls. So this playtest is very cool, very exciting. Notice the blue jet flames coming out of the back of the Mac. That's one of the first things I noticed when I jumped in, pressed F9 straight away and started recording raw video. I saw jet plumes coming out the back of this Mac, which I thought was really exciting because it adds so much to the Mac. It just gives it so much more character. I don't know how I ever played without those cool little jet plumes. They're my new favorite thing, along with the rifle butt, except they just disappeared. But hey, they're there, you just saw them. The proof. Also notice this little static infestation thing as opposed to dynamic infestation. Do not worry, this is not a replacement for dynamic infestation. It's just a temporary little placeholder to give the maps a little more, to be a little compass on the map so that you know it's easier to tell where the home hive is. So it's easier to realize that this hive is the home hive and the other ones are expansions, just because there's a little simple texture map happening around the bottom of it. It's not going to replace dynamic infestation, so do not fear. Dynamic infestation is still in the pipeline. I expect it'll come in very late beta. We'll see something to do with dynamic infestation. So that's just a little placeholder at the moment to help give some atmosphere to the home hive while Unknown Worlds continues to work away on what will be the real infestation effects later on in the beta. Also notice that sentry guns, so much more effective now. Those sentry guns took me down to half health while I sprinted past them. The old sentry guns in 159 would not have done that. This game is a 4v4 and 5v5, depending on what it was, so just a few play testers in here and a few developers just duking it out, but it was a full game. It was about 25 minutes long, so I'm going to bring it to you in 2, maybe 3 parts. I might not show the entirety of it because it was so long. But this first part's about 10 minutes long, and I will be showing you the alien side. I'm aware of the fact that I can upload videos more than 15 minutes long, but it's much easier for me to break them up into parts and upload them that way, rather than have one huge giant upload and one huge giant render. It just is a lot easier for me to handle those uploads if they're broken up into 10-minute parts. So that's why I'm not doing it as one huge game. It also means I can take a break and drink a little bit of water, because speaking this fast makes you really thirsty. Now at this point, I thought I was going to kill Flayera there. I thought I had him. I was going to parasite him, then jump in. I thought he was hiding there and he hadn't seen me, but I don't know if those two were talking over the mic. It was Max and Flayera. So I don't know what they were saying over the mic. Hey, I think it might have been something like this. Hey, I think NS2HD is coming around the corner, so I'm going to hide here and look vulnerable. You wait there with a shotgun, and when he jumps on me, blast him in the face, Max. And they did, so that was an amazing kill. I probably should have done instant replay there, but I didn't. So amazing kill from those two, making me feel really bad, but I did get revenge just then. I did manage to kill them when they actually came in to attack the hive. But little did I know that someone, and no hints, it might be Flayera, is coming towards this hive right now with a flamethrower, and I'm evolving into Lurk. I'm very vulnerable. This is a poor place to evolve because Marines love to shoot eggs when they come into hives. So I managed to evolve and crucially paused for just a few seconds. I don't know why I paused, because when I flew out, there was Flayera with his flamethrower, and I thought I was going to get away because notice that flamethrower have been nerfed, so I thought I was going to be able to fly away and heal, but he followed me down the stairs. There were no whips or anything to cover me, so he just flamed me into oblivion. So notice that flamethrowers do not blind you completely anymore. It is possible to run away when you are flamed, and the damage is consistent, and while deadly, it is not, you will not die instantly as a Lurk anymore, and you will be able to see and fly away. So very exciting there. And notice the fear I had. I immediately recoiled when I saw a flamethrower coming up that ramp, thinking that, oh my god, there's a flamethrower coming in, it's going to kill me. But in fact, the flamethrower has retreated, might have even been killed by Murphy. The Gorge, notice the Gorge going crazy, twitching all over the place because he is on fire and letting off those cute little Gorge noises. I'm trying to parasite Sergeant Barlow so I can see where he he is and ambush him. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the parasite in, and recoiling as these grenades bounce up the ramp towards me. Thought he might have been reloading, so I jumped down and tried to kill him, but my aim was not on, and also he was getting spammed with med packs by his commander, so every time I managed to land a hit, a med pack would heal him. So no joy for me getting this kill. Managed to accidentally kill the sentry gun, but there is someone else coming into this room. I do not know who it is, but both of them using grenades instead of their rifles. They probably could have killed me if they used their rifles. Grenades, hard to hit skulks with grenades. They get the hits on me as I try to escape out the vent in the top of the roof of eastern access there, but I was able to escape somehow, I think because they were reloading. Grenade coming up towards me, so I ran away. Took me down to about 75% health before I managed to run away. Sergeant Barlow getting a kill on a drifter instead, so only 2 plasma instead of 5 for him there. No doubt a little bit of disappointment. Got a Gorge dropping lots and lots of Hydras. No lag coming from these Hydras. Very exciting because I love dropping Hydras as a Gorge. It's one of my favourite things to do, so I'm really excited about the fact that I can actually drop them all over the place. And if you haven't seen it, check out NS2HD 71 for fun Hydra placement experiments. Very poor place to evolve because I was vulnerable to all those grenades. I took a little bit of damage as it was an egg. You saw it was twitching around and screaming as the hive was damaged, but I do manage to get into lurk, and the idea behind lurk here was I wanted to defend this hive against the onslaught. Commander dropping an Umbra there, perfectly timed to protect me against marine bullets, because marine bullet-based weapons are much more effective now in Build 160. They have a hell of a lot more bite than they used to have in Build 159. You might have been watching the Twitter feed, and you will have seen that Flair said that they'd found a bug with bullet-based weapons, and it has, I think, been rectified. It might just be me, but I think it has, because bullet-based weapons seem to have so much more bite. Switching into my second favourite vent in Rock down here to get the snipe down on Flair. A great spot to sit as a lurk because you can snipe all the way down the corridor and retreat out the back of the vent if you need to, if you start getting shot or grenaded or flamed. Then going to work on this sentry gun, which is luckily facing the wrong way. Sentry guns with so much more bite now in Build 160, it probably could have killed me if I tried to do this. In fact, it would have definitely killed me because I'm getting so close. So just getting up close and taking it down. Now Marine has just appeared on the right hand side and fired a grenade at me, but I wanted to kill the sentry gun, so I waited almost too long. The grenade took me well past 50% health, but I did manage to escape, and Murphy came in and saved the day, killing Sergeant Barlow with his deadly fade scythes, claws. What should we call those? Fade blades. Yeah, that rhymes. I call them rhymes. Yeah, it rhymes. So I'll call them fade blades, maybe fade scythes if I'm feeling really eloquent and I'm not speaking too fast, trying to get the words per minute up so I can get more information out to you guys in every commentary. So maybe I should put a counter on the top of the screen. Dropping a harvester there in that new room. Notice that was a new room in Rockdown. It's expanded central access. Notice I'm flying through it right there. And that gives an extra resource node to the team that manages to control central access up there. Getting into auxiliary node here and switching up to spores because there's 3 Marines down there as Murphy goes to town with the fade blades on 2 Marines there. Managing to get some spores down to help him, then taking down a Mac. And Murphy was pursued up the ramp with a flamethrower, so I do not know if he survived. Gonna try and fly around and see if he's still there and maybe help him out. Not sure. Doesn't look like he survived. Damn. Oh well. So, no, he is alive. He is alive, and I'm gonna go and help him right now. So flying up behind Murphy, the fade. Gonna try and get some spores down on the Marine base. Maybe catch some Marines humming the armory. Unfortunately, these 2 sentry guns, look how fast my health drops and how fast those sentry guns react. If I tried to fly in there, I would have been killed, dropped to half health within about 2 or 3 seconds of those sentry guns being in my vision, so they are very deadly. Now there's that extra room again. And the whip looked like it had the bombard animation there. I didn't check that out in this game, and it looked like that mature whip had the capacity to bombard, so I'll have to check that out in future games for you guys of Build 160 when it's released. That's very exciting if the whip has the ability to bombard. Now I thought this Marine was going to come out the other way, so I switched up to spores and wanted to try and catch him, but he came too late, and Sergeant Barlow getting the flamethrower in. Notice that I was able to fly away despite the flame effect. I was able to escape and get out, and I lost a lot of health, but it was possible, so the flamethrower has been nerfed. Now, in a moment, I'm going to skip forward a little bit to the last scene, which I'm going to record in the alien side of this game before I skip forward to the Marine side. So here we go, I've skipped forward a little bit to a little battle that happened around a whip, and the reason I've brought you this little battle is because the Marines brought down this whip very, very quickly. When they concentrated their fire on it, it went down very quickly due to the increased bite that the Marine bullet weapons had. It just melted away despite the spores and Crag helping it. Now guys, this is the end of the alien side. I'm going to try and bring you a part 2 and maybe part 3 of this Build 160 internal test, so keep an eye out for those parts which will be from the Marine perspective of this game. Thanks for watching everyone, and I hope you've enjoyed this video.